Good morning!
Good morning, Sarah.
Yeah! Good morning, guys! Outfit of the day. Right, we are off to college now, and then I've got a PT session, but I'll speak to you when I finish college before the gym. See ya, bye! And relax. I've finished college now and I've got a little bit of time to spare before my PT session, and I've just had a few crackers to eat and a banana, and I had breakfast, which was the usual cinnamon protein oats, and I chopped an apple up in it, and of course I had a coffee in my Christmas mug. And guys, guess what? I'm 21 this week. Should I shake this banana around a bit more? 21. I can't even believe it. I usually really dislike my birthday because I really don't like all that attention and everything, but I am so excited for my birthday this week because Mike will be there and my family, and I'm just overall in a more positive space than I was last year, because it was last year on my birthday things were starting to go downhill for me very quickly with my food, and obviously I'm in a much better place this year, so I can't wait. Oh, I just literally poked myself in the face. Talking about college quickly, I don't know if I've said before, if you've picked up from any of my videos, that this is my third attempt at doing college. And that is because when I went when I was 16, I dropped out about 3 weeks before my first set of exams because I was just too depressed, couldn't handle it, couldn't handle life. I was barely functioning, let alone, you know, trying to attempt to write an essay on whatever. So I dropped out and thought, okay, I'll have the summer off, I'll just try and get my head together, and then I'll go back in the September. I went back and then dropped out again about maybe a month before my exams, and that was because I was under the very bad influence of my ex-boyfriend, which we don't need to go into, and I also, looking back now, realise I was not in a good space to be going back to college. I needed to give myself more time, which I then did. I had a year where I just worked full time. I worked in management and stuff like that, got my head together, and then obviously September last year, which was 2016, I went back to college, and I have finally, thank the Lord, finished my first year at college. I did sociology, but I did that 2 years in one, like I fast-tracked it, so I've got one whole A-level in sociology, and this year I'm finishing off communication and culture and history. And it's not necessarily, I didn't necessarily go back to college because I want the qualifications so that I can go on to further education, like uni. It was more the fact I wanted to reach that milestone and smash it, like the one that I've been trying to get to since I was 16. It was really important to me, and to prove to myself that I could do it, and, like, you know, my mental health wasn't gonna hinder everything forever. I think it's important to really try and listen to yourself in terms of education or uni or whatever. You know, if you can push yourself to do it, that is absolutely amazing and well done, but I hate the fact that lots of people make out that, you know, it's kind of a life or death situation. If you're not going to college, you're not getting, you know, the qualifications after your GCSEs, you're not going to uni, then how the hell are you going to succeed in life? Because you will and you can, because education isn't for everyone. And I think if you're in a place where your mental health really is just very unstable and you're kind of deteriorating mentally as a person and you're just struggling, I think you need to know when is a good time for you to take on education and when you just need to take a step back. And I used to be very embarrassed that this is my third time at college, and when people used to say, you know, what are you doing now? Where do you work? I'd be like, well, actually, I'm a student. And then I would explain, honestly, but, you know, I had to drop out when I was 16 and then blah, blah, blah. But I don't need to explain myself. I just say I go to college and I'm proud of myself. And sometimes I do still struggle with keeping on top of college work because my head just isn't in the right space. Like yesterday, which was Sunday, I was left with literally a shit ton of work to do for today because I tried and tried over half term, and my brain just was not in the right headspace, and every time I tried to do the work I just couldn't. And I think that's because, you know, you have to remember when you're in recovery or you're battling your eating disorder, it's mentally exhausting to try and do that. So when it comes to then having to cope with your normal daily life, it can seem almost impossible. And I've realised, you know, that you do need to give yourself some time out sometimes. You know, I realised I couldn't do my college work, not because I couldn't be bothered, but because I was mentally exhausted from trying to encourage myself to eat food and challenge myself. So I think it is really important to cut yourself some slack sometimes and just realise you're trying your best, and that's all you can do. Good banana, that. It's actually been in my car for about 15 days now. It hasn't, like 2 days, so it's nice and cold. But I just wanted to say that, and I'm off to my gym session now. So I'll see you soon. Bye! Hey guys, I am back! And really random, I'm filming in my toilet, but the lighting everywhere else is a bit questionable. And what I wanted to chat about is, if you know you're a real gym person like I am, you'll get to, well, I've gotten to a stage in my recovery where I have really started to physically and mentally, but more physically, see the benefits of eating more. Like today, I got a new PB on my bench press, which is 40 kilogram now, is my kind of top weight that I'm like pretending I'm pushing it. My top weight that I can do on the bench. And I'm seeing, like, compared to where I used to starve myself and I had no muscles, very tiny and kind of scrawny, now I'm building like so much more upper body strength. And I'm just so fascinated by what food could do to your body. But I think it's really difficult when you're in your recovery and you're getting to a point where you think, actually, I want to start sculpting different bits of my body. I want to start experimenting with eating more protein, less of this, more of that, putting on weight here, maybe trimming down there. Well, I feel it's kind of hard for me to voice those feelings because people may take it as me reverting back to my eating disorder or trying to figure it out as a new way for me to starve in secret. But for me, because I have seen like the proper benefits of my strength training and food, you know, like in partners together, I know that me experimenting with different foods and quantities isn't me going back to my eating disorder, it's me as a general just enjoying my fitness lifestyle. And I'm really, you know, my hobby is the gym, so I don't think it's abnormal for me to want to learn how to better sculpt or more easily sculpt or tone, or do you know what I mean? I don't think that's abnormal. But I think when you come from an eating disorder background, when you start to voice that that's what you want to start doing, I think people, which they're well in their rights, people start to worry. And I think you in yourself also need to take a step back and say, right, okay, I want to try a new pre-workout kind of booster. I want to try fitness aids that I can like take during my workouts to make things better. I want to try different proteins. I want to build different ways. I think you need to take a step back and say to yourself, are you doing this because you really enjoy this fitness lifestyle and you just want to work on your body? Or are you doing it because you want to find a way to restrict or control or swap food for, you know, like different food supplements? Do you know what I mean? I think you need to be honest with yourself as well. And for a while I've been thinking about beginning to take different things that will help me with my gym workouts and, you know, changing and maybe going back to tracking my macros, which I used to do but then got obsessed with. So I've been thinking about going back to that for a while, but I have been very honest with myself and questioned my choices and have and just came to the conclusion that I wasn't doing it enough for the good reasons, and I was more doing it because I could get control back. But now I'm in a place where I literally am loving life. You know, my good days really smash the bad, and all I want to do is get healthier, fitter, stronger, mentally, physically, whatever. So I feel like I am in a stable place where I can start looking at different routes in my fitness journey. You know, I understand that's hard if you are from an eating disorder background, or you are recovering, or you do have one, and you really love the gym, honestly, and not because you want to restrict yourself. I think you just need to be very careful and know what is the right and wrong decision, you know, whether it's a good idea for you to take supplements or not. But yeah, I just wanted to have a little chat, and just really, I guess my whole thing here is you just, in your recovery, the best thing you can be is honest and true to yourself. But yes, where's my coffee? Nothing like drinking your coffee in the toilet, eh? But yes, I need to go to work now. I've already made my dinner for work that I'll take with me, which I will show you when I leave the house. But I need to get dressed now, and I will see you soon. And I need to sort out these nails. Oh dear. Bye. Okay guys, it is time for work now, and I have got a Tupperware box that's full of some chicken that I cooked at lunchtime, ready for this evening. Lots of veggies like kale, mange tout, sugar snap peas, mushrooms, tomatoes, lots. And then I've got a rice to go with it. But anyway, off I must go, and I will see you when I finish work. Have a good evening. Bye. Hey guys, I'm talking really quiet because I've been home from work for quite a while now, but it is Halloween tomorrow, and so instead of going to bed, I decided to decorate the kitchen for the kids when they woke up. And also, I have had 3 Weetabix as a snack with some milk, obviously. And yeah, that will conclude the day of vlogging. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna go to bed now, and remember that you are brilliant, you're beautiful, you are worth, as always, all the happiness in the world. And just keep doing you, and keep trying your hardest, and smashing life, and know that you're worth it. And I will see you in my next video. Night night. Bye.